Chapter 13. 2 Buzzkills. The back of Teddy's hand smacked at my ass cheek. "Wake up, Tess, come on. You have to get ready." The down pillows the boys bought for my bed were like the softest spring clouds, and I pulled one over my head. After I blocked out the light and the sound of his voice, I flipped my middle finger in the direction I heard him. "I'm not speaking to you." The puffy white down blanket peeled off my body as he yanked it down from the foot of the bed. "You can be mad at me after the wedding. We have stuff to do in the meantime." I backed away from the bright morning light pouring in from the window and made for the bathroom. "I won't be here. I'm leaving right after the ceremony." It was kind of a ridiculous statement. I realize he doesn't seem like much, but my brother is a warlock. If he wanted to, he could make a spell to bind me here forever, and I wouldn't be able to do a damn thing about it. In fact, since we're twins, my powers multiply his, making him that much more powerful. A warlock isn't only a male witch. He's kind of like an officer in an army. I'm a badass witch, but even I don't think I can compete with a properly provoked warlock. If he ever gets his shit together, he could rule the world if he wanted to. Lucky for me, he never entirely gained control of his demons, whereas all of mine followed me around like a legion of rabid junkyard dogs, always ready to tear stuff up. The bathroom door flung open, and he stood there looking at me as I started the shower. I wasn't undressed or anything. I only wanted to piss him off. "Get out, you fucking perv." We feed off each other's emotions, and the angrier I got, the more aggressive he became. If one of us didn't walk away soon, it would be messy. I pointed at him as my other hand batted at the water to see if it was hot yet. If I had to make a list of shit that was impossible, you being a traitor would have been on that list. The one rule we witch folk follow is that you never betray your own coven. It's a death sentence. He chose this family over me and what I wanted, and if he were anyone else, I'd have his ass hanged for it. Leaning against the doorway, he rolled his eyes and sighed through his nose. "Stop being so dramatic. I did this for you." I dug through my bag for my toothbrush and chuckled. "All right, I'll bite. Tell me how being tied down to these 2 buzzkills is in my best interest." He pushed himself into the vanity beside me. "I want you to be happy, and you can be happy here. All this nonsense about how you don't want to be tied down is Halder talking. He can't ever have a family of his own and someone to be happy with, so he's trying to keep you from having it too." His fingernail tapped at the counter. "He doesn't give a shit about your happiness. He just doesn't want to lose his little buddy." I threw my toothbrush at him. "You have a lot of fucking nerve after all he did for us. You got no loyalty at all. I wonder if Stella knows what kind of scumbag she's getting." I waved him off with the back of my fingers. "Leave me the fuck alone so I can put my face on." The door shut behind him and I snarled in the mirror. "I have more money than I can spend, my own mansion, and powers that no one's even seen before. Yet every damn man I encountered thought he had the answers to all my problems. Asshole." When the steam in the bathroom cleared as I opened the door, Jacob was waiting on the bed. "I heard you and Teddy." His finger flicked at his ear. "I'm a wolf, remember?" My eyebrow arched at him as I grabbed the dress from the back of the door. "And?" His hands rubbed up and down his slacks, and he pushed himself up. "You're just going to leave us?" I passed by him without stopping. "Yep, that's exactly what I'm doing." His hip dug into the doorway as he watched me put on my makeup. "You'd be happy here if you gave it a chance." My makeup brush pointed at him as I decided which shade to try. "I can guarantee that I wouldn't be happy, and neither would you." I dropped the palette on the counter and crossed my arms. "Listen, Jacob, you seem okay, but I like my life the way it is." He tugged at the towel that covered me and pulled me closer. "If you leave, then you'll never get to know us. I understand you weren't ready for us, but we're here and we're ready for you now." I rolled my eyes and he ducked to meet them. "Is this because of last night?" My lips twerked up for a second. "I just don't want to be tied down to one." I poked his shoulder. "Or 2 or 10 men. I'll only make you too miserable with all that." His hands wrapped around mine, and he held them on his chest between us. "I don't believe that at all. I know you feel this thing between us. It's not my imagination." My shoulder flinched back at him. "Whatever I feel, it isn't enough to make me change, because I simply don't want to." I unwrapped my fingers from his. "And if you care about me the way you say you do, you shouldn't want that either. I'd only be living a lie. I think if it had only been the 2 of us, maybe we could have found some common ground. But the man downstairs would never stop until he owned me outright, which would never work for me." Strange how things work out, though. Thank you for listening. The next chapter is available on the channel. And if you enjoyed the story, subscribing, liking, leaving a review on Amazon helps more people find it.